Okay, so you just saw from the previous clips basically how I made the shape, and you can of course make yours as big or as small as you want. And I also cut it in half as well, just using a craft knife, and this is where the mirror is going to be going later, but you can just skip this step if you don't want to make it into a mirror. And I just traced around this roll of tape here to create the shape. And also making a second one here, which is already ready to be painted, and I've also added on the toppings as well. So this one is going to be a pepperoni pizza, and I also cut this one in half as well. And next we're going to be making the toppings for this pizza. So now moving on to the next step. So now it is completely up to you what toppings you want to add to your pizza squishy. So again, for the first one that I made, I decided to just make it a pepperoni pizza. And then for the second one, again, I just added on some pepperoni. And how I made these was I just used a makeup sponge and I just cut it into very small little circle pieces, just using my scissors. And then I just glued them randomly all over at the top of the pizza, just using my all-purpose glue. And I didn't add as many to this one as I did for this one, because I want to add some different toppings to this one a bit later. So I'm just going to be painting on some more toppings such as olives and peppers, just to make it a little bit more different than this one. So yeah, again, you can do whatever you want for yours. And you can even look up images of pizzas on Google as reference, which is probably going to make you really hungry, because it definitely made me hungry when I was looking at all those images. And also, you do not have to glue on the toppings at this point. You can paint them first and then just glue them on later once they're dry if you want to. But I feel like this just saves some time. And also, you do not have to make them out of makeup sponges either. You can make them out of foam or sponge, or you can just paint them on later, whatever you find the easiest to do. And then once you have the squishy ready, we can move on to the next step. Here is what the squishies look like once I've finished painting them. And I'm honestly so proud of how these both came out. I think they look pretty realistic. I honestly didn't expect them to turn out this good, so I'm really proud of myself. So again, for this one I just did a pepperoni pizza, and then for this one I added pepperoni and also some olives and some peppers, just using my puffy paint. And I don't think this is called a vegetarian pizza since it has pepperoni on it, but anyway. But I think this one is probably more of my favourite, just because I love having pepperoni pizzas. They're definitely my favourite, or probably Meat Feast. And also you may have noticed that this time I added captions to the steps as I was painting them, basically telling you all of the different colours of paint that I used. Just because I thought that would make this squishy tutorial a little bit shorter, because I know that my squishy tutorials usually go on for a lot longer because I talk a lot. So this time I decided I would just do something a little bit different. So yeah, you saw from the previous clips in the captions what paint I used for all of these and what colours, etc. And I was also looking at these two images here as reference. And yeah, just so pleased with how they both came out. So now you just want to let these completely dry, and then we can move on to the next step. So once both sides of the squishy are completely dry, next what you want to do is you want to glue in the mirror. And again, this part is just completely optional. You can skip this part if you want to. But now I'm just going to glue the mirror into this side of the squishy, or you can glue it into the top bit if you want to. And I'm just going to be using my all-purpose glue for this. I'm just going to put some on the back of the mirror like so. Just all the way around it. And then you just want to press it down in the centre until it's stuck on. And it should look like this. So again, it's up to you which side you want to glue the mirror onto. And again, you can just skip this part if you don't want to do it. It's completely optional. So like that. And then once you've done that, we can move on to the final step. So lastly, what you want to do is you just want to attach the two pieces together just using a strip of felt. So that way it can open up like this. And it's completely up to you what colour felt you want to use for yours. I chose red. And then what you want to do is you just want to cut out a small rectangle shape with your scissors. Like so. You don't want it to be too long. So like this. And then you just want to attach that just to one side of the squishy. It doesn't matter at all where you glue it. So again, you just want to take your all-purpose glue, or whatever kind of glue works for you. And you just want to add some glue to one side of the felt. Then you just want to attach it to the squishy. So that way then both pieces are attached. So that's what it looks like, and I already did the same thing for the other one as well, and also glued in the mirror. And then once you've done that, your squishy is finished. So here is what the final squishies look like. And I am so pleased with how these both turned out. I think they look really realistic. But like I said before, I think this one is more of my favourite just because I love pepperoni pizza, and also I think the details on this one just came out just a little bit better compared to this one. I think this one just looks just that little bit more realistic compared to this one, but still I absolutely love both of them. And they're both really squishy as well. And I really like how the pepperonis turned out as well. And again, I used makeup sponges for these, which I think worked out really good. And then here's the one that I made in this tutorial. And again, I really like this one as well, but this one is just more of my favourite. Yeah, I'm just so proud of these. And by the way, both of these squishies are going to be up for sale on my Etsy shop. And my Etsy shop is linked in the description box below as always. So if you are interested, then please go and check them out on my shop. And I'm thinking about selling these for just a little bit more compared to what I usually sell my squishies for, just because these ones have quite a lot of detail and also they have a mirror inside, so I'm going to be charging a bit more for these. So if you would like to buy one, then again my shop is linked in the description box. It's been a while since I've added something to my shop, so I'm really glad to finally add something else to it. Now I wanted to sell something on there that was going to be like really eye-catching, because again I haven't added anything to my shop in a while, so I wanted to just add something that hopefully a lot of people would find interesting. But we'll see. And I've had this idea for a little while now, and I just decided just to randomly just make 2 of these for my shop. I think I might have actually gotten this idea when I was eating pizza one day. I can't really remember. So yep, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and as always please feel free to request any more squishy tutorials you would like me to do in the comments below, and I really hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!